Welcome back to more Chuunibyou, and unfortunately I can't be as jubilant as usual when beginning a new episode because it left off on a bit of a sour note with Rika finding out that her childhood home has been demolished, and pretty much also means that memories of her father are gone with it. And considering that seems to have been the catalyst for her make-believe imagination spree, things have definitely taken a bit of a turn from the carefree, just playing about that we've seen in previous episodes. But without further ado, let's see how it resolves itself. And once again, her first coping mechanism is to ignore reality entirely and create her own. She wasn't wearing sleeves, so okay, fair enough. Is that the memory of the house that used to reside there? Just grab hold of the umbrella. Okay, a bit more than just blocking her with the spoon, but where did that come from? Physical beating of her sister, though. Didn't even let her finish. So, is that actually a bit of her subconscious acknowledging the fact that the house is gone? If she accepts the rest of it, then at least that's a step forward, I guess. Surprised he didn't step in faster, considering the physical altercation. But truthfully, is it his place to intervene there? See, we were told before that her entire shtick here stemmed from not wanting to accept the fact with her father and whatnot, and seeing all of the lights in the distance. But wasn't it also stated that she wasn't told what was going on, so in her mind, her dad just disappeared. Whereas the rest actually had time to come to terms with everything. And it's a bit hard to enjoy the gleefulness of the intro now. So Yeah, being an intermediary. Exactly what I was saying. She's what, dealing with it the way she knows how? What, so that she hasn't been given the like proper grieving process because everyone's just mad at her for acting out like this instead. Hmm. Oh yeah, he doesn't have shoes. She can run fast. Did he run back or bike back? Or did he get a lift with the sister? Oh, she got a taxi, okay. Did she carry cash with her then? Out of everyone, I wouldn't trust her with the match. You, that angle. The bone is going to be covered in sand. Hey, it's like the Pharaoh's serpent. We don't really have those kind of fireworks. At least I haven't seen them. I understand why they'd have that kind of. Well, she would have that kind of thinking. What, and none of them is going to be concerned with the fact that he's asking where she is and she's not turning up at the beach either? So she's going. Like everything else, the resort is running away. Good instincts. And he didn't bring any of his stuff either, so. It got too much for her, so she didn't want to stay around. Hmm. Hmm. So now, because we've been given a origin story of her, like when she started all of this, yeah, I get it. So, in a way, to deal with the fact of being the odd one out, he invented his own world. Not to the same extent, but It must be uncomfortable wearing contact lenses, or a contact lens all the time. Well, he probably did a good thing here by not letting her ponder on it by herself. And the fact that they're now at the grandparents' house without the grandchild. That hairdryer is quite quiet. Huh. Oh, she actually saw the tan monk there. Why does she even bother going outside if she's going to constantly be a tomato? I don't think that is. Might as well be wire wool. At least, well, another thing in his favour is that he's actually informing people what's going on. Sometimes they don't even show that kind of thing. I'd probably forget. Well, yeah, weren't they going on like a summer holiday as well? But who's looking after the cat? At least she's cheered up slightly, even if it is a. Oh, okay. So she's just at work. Good. They didn't just leave the cat alone. Why does everyone see that? It's like, oh my god! It's not that big of a deal. It's like an Assassin's Creed hidden blade, but for a pistol. So, yeah, what is she doing? And are they going to share a moment here? Are they? Well, you can't exactly turn that down, now can he? Oh my, is he phoning for advice? Of course, they're all. Put that down. Hopefully, that's just plastic before anything gets holes in it. That's the arm thing, isn't it? I mean, it's probably a good idea that he isn't. Well, okay, that he wasn't safety. I I have nothing. Well, at least it didn't do the normal. Oh no, I'm embarrassed because someone heard my stomach thing. If it's the last thing, I would eat a tomato. Well, what else would it be referencing? But when you're in a bind, you don't want to start using that as your primary source of nutrition. Really, actually, oh, well, I guess if her sister's been forbidding it. I haven't tried proper onigiri before. I mean, I've made some, but different feeling. Good choice. She might be learning her lesson. But I'm glad that he doesn't shy away from spice either. That was on the first day when he was on the balcony of the gym, wasn't it? So, did she go to school normally there? But she wasn't wearing uniform. Unless it was on the balcony of his home or something, I don't know. But she definitely didn't have her eye patch and all of that, so did he get her back into it? Have we seen that before? With any normal person, maybe, but too close. You. And now that that thought has been put into his head, yeah, it is a bit large for her, but I'm not sure what is meant to be referenced. Don't smell the top! Okay, so. She doesn't understand that. The implications. Yeah, just sleep, please. It's been a long day, hasn't it? Can she not just walk around and start watching TV? She was told to sleep. So she got nervous. Or was she thinking about the sister-in-law not getting back? But butterfly. Yep, okay, I see. She doesn't understand what she's feeling. Okay, so it took 8 episodes for this culmination here. Well done on keeping on your feet, though. I don't think it's going to turn out the way you're thinking, but don't think it would be that easily gained. What was that noise? Ah, that would be the noise. And why are you drawing a pentagram on his hand? You formed a contract without his knowledge. Yeah, sounds well above board. Okay, nice. But how did that help? Could have been worse. So, for what she once used as a escape mechanism for the feelings she had for losing her father and not knowing what to do, it's now kind of morphed into not understanding what she's feeling now, isn't it? That's going to freak him out when he wakes up, isn't it? For a couple of reasons. One, it's a girl within a few feet of him, and the other, it's the leader of the Chuunibyou movement. Could have any number of weaponry at hand. As long as he doesn't kick the cat in his surprise. But if he can be a source of stability for her, so to work through the emotions that she's got for everything that's going on with the dad and whatnot, then yeah, she should probably be fine. Sometimes it is not what you do say or what you can say, it's just being there for someone, being that sense of, well, what is it? There's a phrase everyone uses. I'm not gonna lie, it did just take me about 2 to 3 minutes to remember what it was I was on about. But the phrase I was trying to think of was being someone's rock. If you haven't heard that before, I don't know if it's a normal kind of colloquial thing or. He can be the shoulder to cry on. How about that as an alternative? For her to work through everything that she's got going on. But that subplot with Ishiki, he's so wrapped up in everyone else's kind of thing going on that he foils himself. Well, that and the girl is just completely dense. One thing we do have to remember is this is set in Japan, where they have completely different ideas in regards to emotions and dealing with stuff. And actually, kind of like Britain, you're meant to be, those outside of Britain, I don't know if you've heard this phrase either, but a stiff upper lip. Meaning you're not to show emotions, if something bad happens, you get over it. You don't show weakness, you just carry on. Which isn't always the most helpful, but it does explain how vehemently they want her to get over this. Even beating it into her, it seems. Now, I'm not going to deny the fact that I probably have had physical altercations with my brothers, and vice versa, but yeah, I don't think any of them were trying to be for teaching purposes. I have no high ground to stand on here. And I'm going to completely ignore the time I broke his fingers. Now, I'm kind of thinking that the timing here is a bit fortuitous, but at the same point, having all of these emotions that she's going through, finding the house, having to travel back there in the first place, but then finding the house is gone, confrontation with her sister, Yuta's words basically saying that the sister's right. There's a lot in her mind. So yeah, clinging on to and finding this in the middle of nowhere is actually kind of makes sense. Not sure if I explained my logic there, but I'm not sure what more to say there. Some of the music was great. Got another fight scene, yay! And it was more than just the particle effects and the flashy visuals, but there was more going on. More than I'd expect, actually. Breaking her subconscious and showing it there in her imagination. Or was it even her subconscious? Was it her conscious mind which she locked that bit off? And the coming to realization and acknowledgement with it burning down. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and want to see more. And if you do, please let me know by leaving a comment down below. Liking the video also shows me that you've at least felt something. Now, I have got a few ideas for the future of the channel and what I'm going to be doing, but nothing's quite solidified yet, so if you want your say, if you've got something to let me know about, then using the link in the description you can head over onto the Discord server and kind of chat with me directly. I promise I'll try to respond. It might be about 4 hours late every now and again, but for now, hopefully you can all get some rest. And I'll see you in the next one.